Greetings YouTube. Here we've got two pullers that I bought on Amazon. I believe they were like 27, 28 bucks, something like that. One of them is like I bought it, and the other one I modified to use to pull a blind hole bearing out. We'll talk about that in a minute. If you're looking for a puller to pull the bearings out of a new process 246 transfer case or the like, there are many similar transfer cases out there. The 246 is not the only one that has these same bearings or the same style. You definitely want to pull these bearings out and replace them whenever you do an overhaul. Don't try to just fix the traditional pump rub problem and throw it back together. This is my third case to tear down, and every single one of them had bad bearings. Some of them worse than others. You definitely want to get these bearings out and replace them. This particular bearing, of course it's gutted now, but it's a roller bearing or needle bearing, and it sits right in there. You can drive it out from the other side. I did that on my first one that I rebuilt, and it was successful, but it's a kind of a pain in the butt. There's very limited room in there to get to it, and you could damage something. So I bought this puller. Actually, like I said, I bought two of them, knowing I was going to try to modify one for another bearing on here. But this one here, as is, fits inside this bearing, and you can literally pull it out quite easily. I wish I had one I could show you, and maybe later on when I get another transfer case with a similar bearing, I'll do another video and actually show you how it works. Just keep in mind, these are light duty pullers, made in China. Build quality is mediocre, but for this it works just fine. Then we have the other side of the case. Now this right here, this is for your front output. That's the back end of your front output shaft, and this is the needle bearing for it, and it presses down in there. It doesn't actually go all the way to the bottom. It's off the bottom, about maybe 150 thousandths or so, just enough to allow you to get a blind hole puller in there. However, I looked at blind hole pullers, and they were, I think, the one I would had to have gotten, or what you would have to get, it comes in a kit, and you can buy them on Amazon. I'll provide a link to it in case you want to go ahead and buy a puller for it separate. But I think it was almost $80, and these are, like I said, these are like 27, 28 bucks. I mean, just under $30. And in order to make this work, there's really not much to it. I took my grinder to it, my bench grinder, and I ground off. Let's see, get this other one back in the frame here. As you can see, I ground off over half, probably more like 2/3 of that end, okay, which allows me to get in behind that bearing and pull it out. Now, one thing I did have to do to make it easier, because of the fact that this puller was never designed for a bearing this size, this diameter, you had to be able to get those legs to spread out, those jaws to spread out. What I did is I used this washer. I just put it right over the cone there, and then all of a sudden now I have increased the capabilities of that puller, because now it'll spread out, you know, to where I needed it to make that pull, and it went really easy. I've seen other videos, other guys pulling the same bearing out, and they did it. They were able to. In fact, I wish I could remember the guy's name. For some reason, his name does not come to mind. But he used the same puller and was able to do it. Now, I don't know if he modified his or not, but that's what I did to mine, and it works. It works really good. I truly think that I could probably use this same puller on the other bearing as well, on the smaller bearing, without any issues. I mean, it fit, you know, it fit in there before, it'll fit in there again. And in fact, it might work better because it can actually, you know, get in there and pull the whole bearing without any interference. We'll see. I'm going to try it on another case. Hopefully I'll pick up another one here pretty soon and tear it apart, and I'll do a video on it. Well, the next video we're going to do is probably the reassembly. I've got some parts coming back from a coder. It's pretty exciting. I've actually got the internals of one of my cases. I had it PTFE coated, along with some oil shedding coatings on the interior of the case and on some of the parts. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to work. So we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.